Hello everyone. Today we are going to start a new subject on tourism and hospitality. We are going to be looking at the concepts and definitions of tourism and hospitality. We are going to look at key definitions uh, and different perspectives that we can define tourism at. And also, we are going to be looking at the major stakeholders in tourism, their forms, the types of tourism, and also the 7 P's of hospitality and the difference between travel and tourism as well. So, to start, to start off, tourism embraces nearly all aspects of our society, apart from its importance to economic changes. Tourism influences human, social, cultural activities and environmental development. Additionally, tourism is related to other academic subjects such as geography, economics, history, language, psychology, marketing, business, and law. Therefore, it is necessary to integrate a number of subjects to study tourism effectively. So, there are many different perspectives that we can define tourism at. There is a geographic perspective and also a sociological perspective, historical perspective, managerial perspective, economic perspective, and marketing perspective as well. So we are going to understand as a holistic understanding. We are going to have a holistic understanding of tourism from multiple disciplines. So the basis on definition of tourism is tourism encompasses economic, social, cultural, and environmental aspects. It is interconnected with subjects like geography, economic history, psychology, marketing, and law, and also requires an integrated approach to study. So, from geographical perspective, we can define tourism as based on the concerns itself with aspects such as the geographical location of a place, the climate, the landscape, the environment, the physical planning, the changes emerging from tourism facilities. It all concerns the geographical perspective of tourism. When we come to sociological perspective, from sociological perspective, tourism is social activity involving interaction between different communities and hosts and guests. This approach studies the social classes, habits, and customs of tourists and hosts, tourism behavior of individuals or groups, the impact of tourism on society, and the cultural encounters and social behaviors uh, concerning with the people who are the tourists or the guests and the people who are the host of the place that the tourists are visiting. From historical perspective, we can say that tourism studies the factors instrumental in the development of tourism to a destination. Also the sequence of events leading to tourism development, the reasons of tourism growth in certain areas, beneficiaries of tourist activities, and identification of potential negative impacts as well. From managerial perspective, we can say that tourism is an industry that requires strong management uh, as an industry that grows, changes in the organization service and link it with tourism. The approach focuses on planning, research, pricing, marketing, and also control. From economic perspective, uh, Tourism is the major source of foreign exchange earnings. It generates an income and also provides employment opportunities, uh, and it generates government revenue as well. So, also, tourism surpasses even trade in oil and manufacturing goods as the dominant global activity. Economists study the effect of tourism on the economy, which is known as the two-way process. The sixth one is the marketing perspective. From marketing perspective, tourism can be defined uh, and can focus on what the tourist attraction sites are and how these cultures and events can be marketed and sold. The marketable promotions, the traditional and extended marketing mix, the segmentation, targeting, and positioning in tourism and hospitality is always mandatory as well. When we come to key definitions that we should know and understand in tourism and hospitality is the first one is leisure. Leisure is often regarded as free time, which is time remaining after work, sleep, essential chores. It is the discretionary time for individuals to do what they chose, not what they have to do, but what they chose to do. So the second one is recreation. Recreation means the activity undertaken during your leisure time, during your free time, the time that you are trying to enjoy, and the time that you are using to have fun and get out of your the time that consists of activities undertaken during your leisure time. These activities contribute to relaxation, enjoyment, and also personal development. The third one is hospitality. As we know, hospitality is welcoming and meeting the needs of guests. This refers to the act of kindness in welcoming and looking after the basic needs of customers or strangers, mainly in relation to food, drinks, and also accommodations. So there are four major stakeholders of tourism. These are the tourist. The first one is the tourist. Tourist seeks psychological and physical experience. They determining their choice of destination and activity is essential as well. The second one is the tourism business. The tourism business is the one that provides the goods and service for the tourist, such as accommodation, tour operation, and also transportation. The third one is the government. The government regulates and develops infrastructure. They regulate tourism, they collect taxes and expand infrastructure to support the tourism industry. The fourth one is the local communities. These local communities are the cultural and employment impact. So the local community can have an employment opportunity, and they can show cultural things to these tourists. They could be the tourist attractions, or the local community could be as well the tourist attractions by themselves. So when we come to these are the four stakeholders in tourism. So the let's now look at the forms of tourism. When we come to the forms of tourism, there are six types. There are six forms of tourism. They are classified based on how a person is traveling as a tourist to a certain place. For example, when we see domestic tourism is if a traveler within own country. So if a person is traveling to his own country as a tourist to visit something, that makes the act a domestic tourism. The type of the form of tourism makes it a domestic tourism. So he is visiting his own country. So that makes it, he's traveling in his own country, that makes it a domestic tourism. And inbound tourism is if a person is a non-resident and travels to a country. So uh, if a person is a non-resident of that country and travels to a country, so that makes the form of tourism an inbound tourism. And outbound tourism is travel by resident to another country. So if a person is a resident and travels to another country, that makes it a form of an outbound tourism. And international tourism is the combination of inbound and outbound tourism, which makes it an international tourism is an inbound tourism which a non-resident travels to a country, and also an outbound tourism when a resident travels to another country. So they're combination of inbound and outbound tourism. So international tourism is a combination of inbound and outbound. So it could be non-resident or a resident of a country and travel to other countries. And also the fifth one is the national tourism, which consists of the domestic and outbound tourism, which makes it if a person travels to his own country and also be a resident of a resident and travels to another country, which makes a form of tourism, which is national tourism. The last one is internal tourism, which is a combination of domestic tourism and inbound tourism, which a person can visit their own country and also be a non-resident and travel to a country. So that form of tourism is an internal tourism. So let's go to the types of tourism. Before that, let's see the key concepts in tourism. Tourism involves two major components. These are if a person is traveling for pleasure or the business of providing tools and service for personal travel as well. The term tourist is believed to have originated from the Latin word turnus, meaning tool, a circle, or a turner's wheel. This term turnus suggests that tourist undertakes a circular trip and returns to their starting point, which means the travel is not permanent. They come back to their starting point. So the World Travel Organization defines tourist as a temporary visitor staying for at least 24 hours for leisure, study, sport, business, family, or religious purposes, and also have a definition for excursionist, which means a visitor staying for less than 24 hours including cruise passengers. So a person that goes to another country but stays less than 24 hours cannot be deemed as a tourist. He is an excursionist. So a tourist must temporarily visit and stay at least 24 hours for any type of leisure or sport or religious purposes, which deems the person as tourist. According to the World Travel Organization, there are two types of visitors. These are the domestic visitors and international visitors. The domestic visitors travel within their own country for more than 12 months, and the international visitors travel to a foreign country for less than 12 months. So there is a clear differentiation between travel and tourism. Travel refers to the movement of people from one place to another for any purpose whatsoever. Tourism, on the other hand, has temporary nature and specific purpose, such as leisure, business, or exploration. So all tourism can be travel, but not all travel can be deemed as tourism. There are the characteristics that distinguish tourism from travel is that tourism is temporary. It is not permanent. For example, such as migration. Migration, when migrate to other countries. They are temporarily migrating to those countries, but tourism is not definite and long term, such as migration. It is temporary. And also tourism is voluntarily, it is not forced travel such as exile or refuge movement. Tourism is voluntarily. And also tourism is a round trip, it is not a journey like migration. So because you will come back to your where you were at the first when you are done with your travels and tourism. uh, so now let's see the types of tourism. There are vast amount of types of tourism. The first one can be pleasure tourism, cultural tourism, sport tourism, business and social tourism. Pleasure tourism is, as the name defines, it is for leisure and relaxation. Cultural tourism is, as its name defines, says it is for the customs and language and history and arts. So if people are traveling to learn and to watch the custom, language, histories, and art of other countries, they are they are making a cultural tourism. There is also sports tourism. Sport tourism is traveling to watch or participate in sporty events. The fourth is conference tourism. Conference tourism is traveling for trade fairs, conference and exhibitions. Business tourism is for work-related purposes, and social tourism is supported by government or association for lower-income travelers. There are other types of tourism as well, such as ecotourism, religious tourism, rural tourism, and adventure tourism, and indigenous tourism, and etc. etc. Now, when we see characteristics of hospitality industry, there are five main characteristics of hospitality industry in the hospitality industry. The first one is the product service mix. The product service mix is people when people travel or and are tourists, they are meet with the the tourism businesses that are providing service and accommodations. So these people can provide tangible and intangible services. The tangible service could be the food and accommodation, and the intangible could be their service, the atmosphere, their politeness, and the experience as well can be intangible for an intangible product service. So in the hospitality industry, you can have tangible and intangible service experiences. This makes it the product service mix. The second one is the two-way communication. The two-way communication is effective communication between the service staff and the customer is critical. So when there are communication limitedness between the staff and their customers due to language barrier or anything else, there could be a lack in hospitality for the customer. So the two-way communication should be critical and efficient as well. The third one is relationship building. In relationship building, the industry relies on repeat customers and positive words from other people as well. So the people or the travel businesses or the tourism businesses that are providing the products and service and hospitality to the customers should build their relationship with their customers as well, because people could come back and visit that place again, and there could be positive reviews for other people as well. The fourth one is cultural diversity. The cultural diversity in culture. Staff and tourists interact across different cultures, requiring open-mindedness. So there could be a language barrier, a cultural barrier, a thought barrier between the staff and the tourists. So it is always important to be open-minded and keep things professional and be polite and hospitable to the tourist. The fifth one is labor intensive. The industry of tourism requires a large workforce to maintain quality service. So, because of that, the labor intensive, the people amount of people that is required for tourism could be excessive, and you should meet that excess amount of people to provide those services. The next thing we are going to talk about is the 7 P's of hospitality marketing. The 7 P's of hospitality marketing are product, price, place, promotion, people, process, and physical evidence. The product is the goods and service sold to the customers or the tourist. The price is the amount charged for those service and accommodations and any service that is provided to the tourist. The place is the place that which you distribute or your distribution channels where you serve where service are offered. The promotion is the advertising and the communication strategies you take to reach your potential customers. The people are the staff and customers involved in the service delivery. The process is the service experience and delivery mechanisms you undertake, and the physical evidence is the tangible aspect that influence customer perception, such as decor and ambience. In conclusion, tourism is multifaceted in the industry with diverse perspective. Understanding this perspective provides you with a holistic view of tourism. For chapter 2 in tourism and hospitality industry, please make sure to subscribe and like this video, and when you subscribe, hit that bell notification icon so you can be notified on the next upload. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.